The Mirror People. Welcome to Trinity Holmes, Paranormal Investigator. If you've heard my story, you know my cousin Julia vanished at Rosewood College. Tonight I'm going to tell you what I've pieced together about the creatures that use mirrors as doors, traps, and eyes. Consider this a field guide from someone who's already stepped too close. People think mirrors are harmless, a place to fix your hair, check your lipstick. But mirrors are doors, and doors have two sides. My cousin Julia vanished from Rosewood College, not with a scream, not with sirens, just gone. Her tea sat cold on the windowsill. Her books were still open, her closet full, but her mirror, the one in Wisteria Hall, was covered with a towel embroidered with 3 words: better not look. I looked, and I've spent the years since learning what looks back. What I've learned about the mirror people. Across cultures, there are stories about reflections, doppelgangers, fetches, spirits of the glass. But at Rosewood College, I found something more systematic. The mirror people are not ghosts, not demons. They are opportunists living in the space between reflection and reality. Mirrors are liminal, thresholds pretending to be flat. They take in your image, hold it for a second, and return it. The moment is the seam. That's where they live. Every glance gives them a thread of attention. Attention is the currency of doorways. Julia's notebook held symbols she'd never shown me. Her roommate whispered about Julia talking in her sleep, words not in English. And the bathroom mirror on the 3rd floor stayed covered, night after night, by students who didn't need convincing. How they lure and trap. They don't snatch you in an instant. They copy you piece by piece. First you see a flicker that's not yours, an out-of-sync blink, a smile that lingers too long. If you keep looking, they build a second version of you in the glass. That copy becomes more accurate than your own reflection. Then one night it steps forward as you step back. If you're hollowed out enough, exhausted, lonely, afraid, they pull you through. What you see on the far side isn't fire and brimstone. It's a place like ours, but stripped, muted, thin as tracing paper. A world built out of your routines and your fears. The mirror people need that scaffolding to hold you. Spying, not just taking. Most people think mirrors only trap, but they also watch. They're surveillance points. Old dorm mirrors, polished chapel brass, even the black glass of a phone screen, each gives them a foothold. They study you. They learn your voice, learn your timing. That's why Rosewood students quietly warned each other to avoid the 3rd floor bathroom at night. The mirror people were already looking back. My evidence. In Julia's room, I found her teacup, cold. I found her sheet music, covered in symbols no one could identify. And I found her reflection in the wrong century. A photograph from 1952 showing a girl who looked exactly like her, standing among the so-called brides of Cecilia. I've also stood before the 3rd floor mirror myself, pulled down the towel, saw Julia brushing her hair on the other side, whispering 3 words: "Don't let go." Her eyes wide with fear. Then she screamed, silently, and was pulled away. Signs you're being watched. If your reflection behaves strangely, hesitating, smiling after you stop, showing a background that doesn't exist, leave immediately. If a mirror feels like it's pressing back against you, cover it. Never speak to your reflection. That's like handing over your password. If you inherit an old mirror, break its memory, move it, rotate it, or put a thin veil between you and it. Reflections grow stronger with repetition. Why Julia's case changed everything. Julia was not reckless. She didn't run away or drop out. She was rehearsing late in the chapel, taking notes on forbidden music, sleeping with headphones in. Something was reaching for her, through song, through symbol, through glass. And then she was gone. When I saw her in the mirror, she wasn't a ghost. She was alive somewhere else. Somewhere thin. Somewhere watching me as much as I was watching her. That was the moment the librarian in me died. That was the day Trinity Holmes was born. I still see her sometimes, not in dreams, in reflections, in the corner of a window, in the back of a spoon, in the shimmer of a puddle, always brushing her hair, always trying to speak. I keep case files now, not for the police, not for publication, but for the lost. Girls who disappear into gaps no one believes in. Mirrors that return the wrong reflection. Because remembering is resistance. Because forgetting is how they survive. The mirror people aren't folklore to me. They're family. They took my cousin, and I'm not done looking back. That was Extra, Trinity Holmes, Paranormal Investigator. I created these extras to share the fragments, the smaller stories and the dangerous details that don't fit into the big case files, but could save you a world of trouble. If you've had your own mirror experience, your own delayed reflection or whispered name, I want to hear about it. Message me, send a voice note, or write to me. Your story might appear in a future extra. Next time we'll go deeper into another piece of the puzzle. Until then, cover your mirrors at night. And remember, sometimes what's looking back is already taking notes.